Hey, Kathy Donovan Wagner, your retail maven. So, I was thinking about all this information I'm teaching you about the 7 steps, how to avoid those 7 deadly sins and get more profit. And I realized that I've actually had a client go through those same exact steps, and I want to share with you what they looked like for them specifically so you could see. Okay, so the first thing was they decided on their goal. They knew for them it was specifically that they had to make more money. No doubt about it. It was a wonderful mother-daughter team, and they just weren't doing what they wanted to do. I mean, they just knew that they were capable of more, and that was absolutely true. The second thing was that they really then started focusing on their numbers. Now, listen, to be sure, they're private clients, so they get a lot of specific help with that, but they hadn't been paying attention. They were a classic case of someone doing the best they can without a plan, so I helped them do that. The next thing they said is that along those same lines that they just didn't know what they didn't know. In fact, here's a quote. We found ourselves 6 years into our store underneath a ton of mistakes from doing the best we could, and we were not having any fun. We were afraid, we were burnt out, we were tired, and we were trying to decide what to do. That was the bottom line. They were afraid to kind of grow. They didn't know what their next step should be, and they were at a huge crossroads. And they were just felt like it was easier for them to do everything by themselves, but they knew something had to change, right? That was the same story that I went through. They knew that the best they could, doing their best, was no longer all they could do. So we taught them what numbers to pay attention to. They started paying attention to those numbers. They also became so much more productive. They've recently started these focus days where they work separately, and we set it up so that they have more time to work deeply in their business rather than just no, other way around, deeply on their business rather than just in their business, right? So they're no longer just in that hamster wheel. They stepped out of the hamster wheel and now work on their business. They really worked hard to build their tribe to be raving fans. And how they did that, between that and the marketing, those steps really went together for them. Because first of all, they realized what they were really doing. They realized what they were really truly selling. And they started to share more about themselves personally in their emails that they sent out. Because the thing is that people buy from people, right? They don't buy from big organizations. And they felt, what many people feel, is that these emails should be very, very professional sounding, that everything should seem like it's, they felt that if they added information about themselves, that would make them look less professional, which isn't true. It's not true. It adds personality to the email, and people started responding to those better than ever before. They started coming in and saying that they really looked forward to reading their emails, and so their events became more about giving their raving fans what they wanted. Right? And so that's what really turned it all around for them and really increased their traffic flow and their sales. Okay, the next thing is that they built a team. Listen, from the beginning, they didn't have any team members. They really felt like they should just do it themselves. Of course, that was a huge mistake. And of course, that was part of the reason why they were so crazy overextended and burnt out and everything, right? And so I taught them specifically the kind of people to look at, like I talked to you about identifying what you're bad at. I looked at having them do that and identifying exactly who they needed. And they did it all while keeping in budget, while paying attention to their numbers. And they got exactly who they needed and what they needed, and they keep fine-tuning and training their people. And we also talk in that retail profit breakthrough system about exactly how to motivate and love on your team. And they do that too. In fact, this is how well it worked. They went from not having any team members to now having team members that like them so much and that are all pulling in the same direction so much that when they move to a brand new location, these team members volunteered. They insisted on volunteering their time to help move from the one store location to the other store location. Can you believe that? How beautiful is that? Such a testimony to the team that they've developed, right? I mean, that's just so powerful. Okay, the 7th step, is inventory intelligence. Oh my goodness! And boy, do we have a story to share there. They started out, when we first started working together a couple years ago, they had one vendor that represented easily 25% of their business. And they were working hard at it. They were working hard to try and increase that business and try and sell more. And what we determined was that it wasn't profitable for them, that they needed to get out of it. And so now we identified not only what they needed to sell, how to get out of it, and how to sell more so that their sales are up 32.7% exactly, without a vendor that represented almost 25% of their business. I mean, that's crazy. That is so crazy powerful. I mean, for sure, they could only do it because they had a real plan, because they had a plan and a strategy of how to do it. I also want to tell you one more thing that they said. They said that they keep refining it. And they said that we keep teaching them more about their numbers and about their margin, and the science keeps evolving, and we are always learning. They are always getting better, and that's what's made it so much more fun with them. Oh, I was really thrilled. I couldn't wait to share that story with you. I'd love for you to experience that same results. That's what I would love for you. And we're giving you the tools you need, so many of the tools you need to be able to do that. And also, I've decided to add a crazy new bonus for tomorrow too, because you know what my evil plan is? My evil plan is that I get all of you to be part of this retail profit breakthrough system. I want all of you to be part of it. The reason why is because it has the tools you need to be the best retailer you can possibly be, to help the most people in your community. And that's what I know you want. You started this because you're so passionate about what you do, right? And I want everybody to get to know that. And what I know is that you're just missing a few of the tools that you need to accomplish that. So that's why I want all of you in here. That's my evil plan. All right. Thanks very much. Happy retailing. Bye.